The Browning Theater, just to give you a little bit of history about it, was originally the mail office or the postal office. A lot of the mail would come through here. This is where they do the sorting, the bagging, things like that. Is also a baggage claim. The things about this room that are most important is back in World War II, this was actually used as a makeshift morgue for the bodies coming home. It was a transfer point or as a pickup point. People could come and claim their loved ones and relatives that had been killed in battle, or either it was just a transfer point for those individuals to be transferred to other trains and to be sent home. If you look down at the floor, it looks like 2x4s that are stacked together, and the floor is actually pretty stout. It's just for all the heavy machinery and baggage and everything in here that they dealt with back in the day. It's also one of the more active rooms, I think. It's the room, at least in my opinion, gives me a bit of an uneasy feeling being by myself in here, and even at times being with people, mostly when it's dark or even when the lights are on and it's late at night. A couple of the experiences that have happened in here before, we do have an acting troupe that is located here at the station, and they use this theater quite often. One actor, for one instance, he was on stage, and as he looked up, he saw a young boy sitting up in the rafters, a little boy, and he looked down immediately, and he looked back up, and he wasn't there anymore. Another thing is back behind me where the lighting booth is located, there's an area up above that where they have a spotlight, and a spotlight operator once was working up there, and he looked over into the corner. As he looked in the corner, he saw another small boy or small child curled up in a ball in the corner, and looked away, looked back again, wasn't there. There's one room back here in particular, which is a dressing room that is used during performances or weddings or things like that when people are using them here. And they've reported before back there coming across a dark entity. People have said that they have just get presences that they feel in this hallway. Working security here, I've walked around with people, I've showed them around, and I don't tell them anything about maybe a room or what's going on in a hallway or an experience somebody may have in a particular spot. And I'll just ask them, hey, what do you feel? Do you feel anything going on here? And they'll tell me. This hallway before, Jared and I have been here by ourselves at night, and Jared told me that he was by himself here. I wasn't working at all one night. And down there where the two doors are into that breezeway, he said that, and he doesn't tell anybody this, he's only probably told me this, maybe Josh or you, very few people, but he was vacuuming right here one night, and he looked up, and he had those doors closed, but he saw a figure. I believe he said they were closed, but he said he saw a figure that was darker than the dark, because the lights were off down there, come out, look like this out in the breezeway, and the door at him, and then go like that.
Kind of like peek through the door, then...
Yeah. He saw a dark figure, look at him, get a good look at him, and then go away. We call this statue the Gumby statue, and it's a modern art masterpiece, I guess, that the station acquired from somebody. And we've got different paintings up in the hallway and everything also. But there's actually two entities that are children. One is named...
The little boy, Zach.
The little boy, Zach.
There's a little girl.
And there's a little girl. We don't know the little girl's name. There was a janitor that worked here previously before Jared, when I started working here, who was an older gentleman. He had a son that he'd bring here that was about 7. John, yeah. And he said that his boy would always play with him. His boy would always see him. His boy would always talk to him. And he got used to it. Like it was like one of his friends. He'd come out here, hang out with him, they'd play, is what he said. And, I found that a bit odd, but, it's when I first started working here and learning more about paranormal.
Right.
Anyways, that statue that one night, Zach and his sister, or we don't even know if it's his sister, it's probably just another girl, a lady was cleaning that hallway. That statue wasn't there before. And she was cleaning the hallway. Well, the kids, the thing they like to do is they like to corner people. So they actually cornered the cleaning lady there one night, and she was there all night until the next morning when somebody came into the hallway and saw her there, terrified, and she ran out. So
that's when you go up that hallway, if you look carefully, there's always something in the corner.